So it's been a couple weeks now. I think at least a month since I've watched the Aim for the Ace movie, and God, I can't stop. I can't stop thinking about it. It's kind of insane. I gave it a strong 8 at the time, and I don't know. It's like the more I think about it, the more I want to push it up and push it down, and I think it's mostly the ending. I think the ending's really good, but it's a good ending that I love, that I hate, and I'll get to that eventually. First, I want to mention the mouse synopsis. I was looking through that before I had started recording, and I just obviously they can't spell out exactly what the story is doing, right? The overarching themes or whatever, but the exact way that the synopsis frames the story is the exact way Murder frames it, right? It's Hiromi's choice, which it really isn't. She's young and impressionable, which is obviously the whole point in my eyes, and that's the aspect of the film that really got me. It's Zach, you sly dog, you. I think just that alone is why I think this movie in this series. I haven't watched the original, obviously. I'm talking about the movie, but yeah. That's why I think this series is going to be this eternal thing, right? Because I just think, it had good animation, right? It was good for the theatrical release, and as long as you've got solid animation and a story this fucking good, right? It's got to be eternal. The thing, and to jump back on the whole Munakata, the way that Munakata's framing things thing is, you got Hiromi, right? And she's struggling to come to terms with what she wants from tennis, right? And what he wants, he wants to, push her to the edge, literally destroy her in pursuit of his own goals and in pursuit of his ideals, Women can play tennis too if you just mentally destroy them, sure, yeah, whatever. Yes, the worst part of it was the way that, I was pushing against the movie, right? In that, I think a lot of the time, despite the subject matter, despite how explicit everything feels in the way that Munakata is wrong, and it's because nobody's telling him, right? Nobody's saying you shouldn't do this, right? You shouldn't do this. This is wrong. Let's say no adult is saying that. And at the end of the day, when Hiromi has to make that choice, the way she justifies it is this is what I want. I love tennis, but she doesn't love tennis for Munakata. That's not why she loves tennis. She loves tennis because she saw Reika play, and that inspired her. In what way has he inspired Hiromi to take up tennis? He hasn't. He's just given her the attention that she wanted, and he's made her feel special, right? And it's just, honestly, it's just so fucked up, because she would never have pushed herself this hard for tennis alone. She never would have pushed this hard for Reika, right? Even though, she looks up to Reika, right? She absolutely adores her. It's only because she finds herself in Munakata's, crosshairs that she finds herself in a situation that she feels this emotionally drained all the time. And, and, to a certain extent, I wasn't exactly sure, obviously, like I said, I feel it's very explicit throughout the movie that this is wrong. But I guess the only time, it's explicit to me, I say explicit, I think I mean implicit, but it's, implied that this isn't something that should happen. But I think the only time that it's very explicit is right at the end, when he's in that hospital bed and he turns to his sister and he says, any girl would have been the girl that I chose, she's not fucking special. And it's what the any girl who had these exact traits I would have just grabbed and this would have happened. And it's awful, right? It brings to the forefront, this idea of the responsibility of an adult, right? Where, like I said, there's no adults that are saying that this is wrong, you can't do this to a child. It's he's abusing his power, right? Because he's a well-respected tennis figure who injured himself. He's living vicariously through Hiromi, and it's honestly so fucked up that no one's questioning this. I think the biggest credit to the movie is the fact that it ends with me feeling this intense sense of, like, frustration. That Munakata died thinking that what he did was good. That he had no regrets about what he did to her. It's painful. It makes me feel, hung up on it. I mean, that's the point, right? To stoke my emotions, to make me feel these things. Well played, Dazaki, you little bitch. Well played. It's just like that. And I wanna end on the most otaku point that I can, and it's like, God, I miss drills. Like I haven't had enough drills in my fucking life. Like, I didn't even touch on Reika, but like, I need to rewatch the movie and think about it from her perspective if I was gonna do that. But if I was gonna do that, I might as well just watch the show so I can get some goddamn closure. But yeah, God, there's just not nearly enough drills in modern anime. So yeah, Aim to the Ace. I loved it, honestly. Loved it. Maybe a 9, maybe an 8. I don't think I'll decide. I think after I watch the original series, I'll be able to figure out exactly where this movie should land. But yeah, that's me.